Dear students, in this video we will start electric motor subject module 4. In this video we will see about module 4 syllabus and necessity of starter. Module 4 is starting and speed control of 3-phase induction motors. In this you will learn about need for starter, direct online starter, star delta starter, auto transformer starter and rotor resistance starting. So rotor resistance is starter we have, that methods we will learn. And coming to the speed control by voltage, frequency and rotor resistance methods. So speed control methods we have voltage, frequency and rotor resistance methods. So those things we will learn in this first part of module 4. Coming to the second part especially belongs to the single phase induction motors. In this you will learn double revolving field theory and principle of operation, construction and operation of split phase, capacitor start, capacitor run and shaded pole motors. Comparison of single phase motors and applications. So these topics we will learn in second part of module 4. First we will see necessity of starter. Why starter is required for induction motor? So without starter what will happen? See, without starter if you start the motor, so it may draw a high amount of current, so motor winding will get damaged. To avoid high amount of starting current, to protect the motor from abnormal conditions like over voltages, under voltages and over currents, so we need starter. Okay. So in 3-phase induction motor, the magnitude of induced EMF in the rotor circuit depends on the slip of the induction motor. Slip is equal to 0 when motor is running at synchronous speed, slip will be equal to 0. Then so motor move to the generator. So motor acts like a generator. When slip is equal to 1, so motor is not running, so rotor speed is equal to 0, then slip is equal to 0. So here the induced EMF of the rotor circuit depends on the slip of the induction motor. So this is a very important thing. So this induced EMF effectively decided the magnitude of rotor current. So induced EMF is involves in the magnitude of the rotor current. So rotor current is in running condition. So we are specifying with I2R. So I2R is equal to S into E2 by root of R2 square plus SX2 whole square. So here slip is you can see, right. So E2 you can write so E2 you can write in terms of rotor current. So here also we will consider slip. So slip is main important. So rotor current is depends on the slip of the induction motor, right. So the magnitude of rotor induced EMF is very large at starting. So slip is equal to 1. So here at starting slip is equal to 1. So once motor runs at synchronous speed, so in this case slip is equal to 0. Okay, at the starting slip is equal to 1, so that induced EMF is very large at starting. Rotor conductors are short circuited. The large induced EMF circulate very high current through rotors at start. So this is about necessity and rotor current of a 3-phase induction motor. So and also, so already we have seen at start, so slip the speed of the motor is 0, slip is maximum. So NR is equal to rotor speed is equal to 0, S is equal to NS by NS, then slip is equal to maximum, that is unity. So magnitude of rotor induced EMF is very large at starting. Rotor conductors are short circuited. The large induced EMF circulated a very high current through the rotor circuit. This condition is exactly similar to transformer. So transformer having two circuits, primary winding, secondary winding. Similarly, induction motor also will have stator winding and rotor winding. So here transformer with short circuited secondary, such transformer when excited by rated voltage circulates very high current. So it's like a short circuit test on single phase induction motor. through short circuited secondary. The secondary current is large, primary also draws very high current from the supply. Okay, so it's like acts like a short circuit on transformer. Similarly, three-phase induction motor, when the rotor current is high, consequently stator draws very high current from the supply. So with supply, so this large amount of current approximately is equal to 5 to 8 times of the full load current. So this amount of current, rotor conductors and the stator conductors will not, we cannot, stator conductors are not able to withstand this much amount of current, 5 to 8 times of full load current. So rotor and stator will get damaged due to high amount of current. So first stator winding will get damaged due to 5 to 8 times of the full load current. Then rotor will be damaged. So we need starter to avoid high starting current. So we need starter for induction motor. Okay. So high interest current will flow damage the motor winding. So that we need to have starter. Okay. So high interest current, and so to avoid such effects, necessity to limit the current drawn by the motor at start. So starter is a device which is basically used to high starting current. So limit the high starting current by supplying the reduced voltage to the motor or the limit of starting. Okay, so such a reduced voltage is applied only for short period of time, and rotor gets normal speed. So rated voltage will be applied. Normally rated voltage will be applied. So using the starters like DOL starter, star delta starter, auto transformer starter, rotor resistance starter. So those methods we will use to protect the our induction motors. So okay na. So now this is about introduction part of three-phase induction motor, starting and speed control of three-phase induction motor. So in next video we will discuss about types of starter and direct online starter, DOL starter. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, so DOL starter, so different type of starters we will see in next video. Okay, thank you everyone.